So good day everyone. For today's exercise, we the group 1 group we're going to perform the assist startup marine diesel engine. So before we start, let me introduce myself together with my group mates. I'm Engine Cadet Gibbs Jan Sumalinog.
I'm Engine Cadet Ababa.
I'm Engine Cadet Aligway.
I'm Engine Cadet Idon.
I'm Engine Cadet Isgana and Estrelianes.
And I'm Engine Cadet Las Marias.
I'm Engine Cadet Tano.
I'm Engine Cadet Tumada.
I'm Engine Cadet Joseph Brian Tugbong.
So now we're done introducing ourselves. So as you can see, this is the simulator. Then go to process directory and then to lubricating oil system. So before we start, let's click the FNF1 to start. So now it's running. Now we are given 20 minutes to perform these assessments.
You will have 20 minutes to fulfill the assessment.
Lubricating oil system. And then to begin, let's start this pump and this pump. So the alarm will appear. So let's wait. So there's an alarm. Let's acknowledge the alarm and then silence. Now we need to fill up this tank. So open. So this one, the makeup pump valve. Now we just wait that this tank will fill up to 0.80. And also this pump. I mean this tank. Just wait. .44. We'll just wait lang guys. See how it's closer na. 0.63. So now, so closer. Now this is filled up to 0.80, so you can stop or close the makeup valve. Then set this pump to remote, as well as this one, remote. So this one, the sump tank, we just check it back later. So go to process territory. And then to stern tube system, go to stern tube system. As you can see, this is the high gravity tank and the low gravity tank. So as you can see in high gravity tank, there's no fill. So we should not fill this tank. So to fill this tank, we should start this pump. So now the tank is now filling up. Then open this steering tube sail. And set this pump to auto. And back to process directory. And go to steering gear system. Click. Then close this bypass valve, also this one. Then start this steering gear 1, both pumps, steering gear 2 also. And then close the schematic valve block. Now this is the rudder control. So click the starboard, and then we'll wait until it reaches to 35 degrees. So if it is reaching 35 degrees, then we can click the port side. So as you can see, this rudder is turning. So it's already in 35 degrees. So put in port side, click the port side. So it's working. So if it's in 35 degrees, back to starboard, and then close if it's in 0 degrees or in center position, the rudder pose. Just wait until it reaches to its center position or in 0 degrees. So it's in 0 degrees, so stop. Nothing neutral position. And then we set this pump into remote. This one and this steering gear. Back to process directory. And then lubricating oil system. As you can see, it is now in its level 0.84. We can close the makeup pump down or the valve. And back to process directory, and then go to main engine local control. We can engage now the turning gear, then start, engage, then start. Then back to process directory, then go to the fuel oil system. So as you can see, this is the supply pumps and the circulation pump. So we need to start the supply pumps. So start. And so this one. So we'll wait the system to run. So as you can see, it's now running. Now we can put the system into remote, as well as the circulation pumps, remote. Then on this, there's an alarm, so we need to acknowledge. And then silence. Then on this preheater, so that our system will heat up. And then we can also open this valve, the supply valve. Then we need to back to process directory. And then go to the fuel oil service tanks. As you can see, there's an HFO service tank and DO service tanks. And the bottom part is the set point. Now we need to put the set point in 65 degrees. We need to set enter, and also this one. 65. Enter. 65, enter. So that our system will flow, and then it will heat properly. And need to back to process directory. Then go to the fuel oil settling tanks. As you can see, there's a water in the tank, so we need to drain. Open both valves. We need to drain so that it will not mix with our HFO. So you need to check it later since there's an alarm. So acknowledge, silence, process directory, go to seawater system, and then open this valve, so the supply valve and the steam condenser valve. Then this pump, we need to set it in local. Then the seawater pumps, we need to start. So we need to, the system that gets to normalize. Now we can now close the auxiliary pump and then set photo remote. back to process directory. Go to the steam generation plant. Go to the steam generation plant. Wait. Then open the circulation pump. And then back to process directory. Then go to the oil fire boiler. And we need to send this pump to O2. And back to process directory. Now go to the boiler combustion. As you can see, the system is running. The system will provide the heat in our fuel. Back to process directory. Then go to the freshwater system. So as you can see, it has a low level alarm. Then we need to open the HTFW pumps or the high temperature fuel pumps and also the lower temperature fuel pumps. So since the both pumps are in open, so we need to wait until it's stabilized. Now we can close the auxiliary pumps and then set the pumps to remote both pump. Then open this valve, the bypass valve. Then HTW to auto and also the lower temperature or LTFW to auto. Then back to process directory. Now go to the fuel oil settling tanks. So as you can see, our water is now in zero. We can close the valve. Then back to process directory. So go to the start air system. And then drain the water that present in this water. Also this one. So now we can close. And open the valve in this line to maneuver system or the main engine starting air system. So open this valve, this one, and close this valve. Open this one. So afterwards, we need to set the pumps in remote control. Remote. And back to process directory. Go to the panel directory. Then go to the power chief pump control. Then set them in all the pumps in auto. So see water pumps auto, low temperature pumps auto, auto. Then press master. Then back to process directory. Then go to the start air system. So there's an alarm. You just need to acknowledge. Silence. Process directory. So go to service air system. There's an alarm. Acknowledge. Just need to acknowledge. So this one. Silence. Then go to the service air system. So we can open this one, also this one, and this one. Just need, so it's good, zero, and then it's in zero. So we can close, just need this one too. So it's closed, so it's now okay. Back to the process directory. Then go to the maneuvering system. So in this main engine local control, we need to put in local. Then start air block bar open, safety air valve block open, and the air distress block valve open. Then set to remote the main engine local control. And back to process directory. Then go to the main engine local control. So it's already in auto. So there's an alarm. Acknowledge. Silence. Just acknowledge. So process directory. Type in cheese. There's an alarm. Acknowledge. So let's put in on, and then start all the pumps, hydraulic pumps on, and then go to the process directory again. Then after mooring winches, then on, then all the start 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 start. The process directory. And afterwards, we need to go back to main engine local control. Now we can now disengage the turning gear. So disengage, stop, disengage. Then back to process directory. Then click the panel directory. Then go to auto shift main engine control. So as you can see, there's no alarm. So we can start to slow turn. Click the slow turn. So in 10 seconds, we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we can close. So there's an alarm. Just need to acknowledge. And close. We go to process directory. Now go to the main engine cylinder number 1. So we need to close all the indicator clocks valve. So we need to close all. So we need process overview, and then as you can see, there's 5 main engine cylinder valve. So close this, close, back, close, process overview, close the indicator cock valve. Also this one, close. It's now okay. Back to the panel directory. Silence. Go to, and then 104 main engine control. Click, and then we need to check. We need to test. So as you can see, it's working, and the indicator that it's working is one, the MRPM command. As you can see, the number is 0.87. So there's an alarm. Acknowledge. Silence. And then put back to 0. So in its turn, we need to test. So there's an alarm, silence. So it's running. As you can see, the indicator, it's working. So put back to 0. And then the next step is we need to transfer the command into the bridge. So click the bridge. And then after clicking the bridge, go to panel directory and go to the main engine bridge control and accept the command. So now we are accepting the command. We have now we can now take over the command. So we need to test the system. So it's working. It's 10 points. Back to 0. So as you can see, it's running also. The indicator is running. So now we are done. Let's check on every system. So freshwater system. So there's no alarm. Process direct to fuel system. So everything is done, guys. So we need to wait na lang na mama na tong time since we are given 20 minutes to perform this assessment. So let's check na lang every system. So it's okay. See what the system is working. There's no alarm. Panel directory. Region control. It's okay. So there's an alarm. Just need to acknowledge. Silence. So wait na lang mama tong time guys. So wait. There's an alarm again. Acknowledge.
Your
Start
20
time
minutes
is
has been
done.
fully consumed.
So to exit, just click FN F3. So we're done.